Absolutely, my friend. We are also super excited and stoked that he's back in studio with us. Legendary South African surfer and adventurer Chris Bertish. Well, he made history this month when he became the very first person to cross the Atlantic Ocean on a paddleboat, unassisted and unsupported. He covered 7,500 kilometers from the coast of Morocco all the way to the English harbour in Antigua. Now, back in South Africa's shores, he's here this morning, Chris Bertish, to join us to talk about this epic adventure of a lifetime. My man, can I just shake your hand? You are an inspiration. You are phenomenal. Yeah, man. Like, warm welcome for you as well. We are glad you're back in one piece, brother. What an adventure. What an adventure. Chris also mentioned that it's the first time ever he's carrying a beard. I'm just saying.
I must admit, it's a little annoying. I'm looking forward to shaving it off, but it's all part of the journey.
I love that, man. Listen, congratulations. How are you feeling? You've been back now for a little while. You know, just taking a look back at the pictures, videos that was taking over the course of your journey. I mean, how do you feel at the moment emotionally?
No, I feel really strong and just completely content and feather light. I think that just having that burden of you know, millions of little kids coming off my shoulders and fulfilling that, I think is you know, that was the passion and that was the purpose that drove me. So to be able to have you know, all those little millions of kids off my shoulders and knowing that we've changed the lives of millions is pretty incredible. So.
I love that, man. I love that. Just taking a look at this footage, dude, it gives me a hollow pit in my stomach. I think what you've done, you know, will scare the living daylights out of a lot of people. Unassisted, unsupported, on the Atlantic Ocean, alone on a paddleboat. I mean, 93 days. Was there any moment where you felt like, I don't know, Chris, you're talking to yourself, am I going to make it? What was some of the most challenging things for you?
There were so many, you know, so many days that were challenging in so many different ways between, you know, my main steering system's breaking, a lot of the power issues that I had leaking hatches, so I thought I was going to sink numerous times.
Oh,
I had
wow.
giant great white sharks that had tried to attack the side of the craft. I had whales and giant squids trying to pull me underneath the water, the whole craft underneath the water attached to my parachute anchor.
Yes.
So, you know, every day it was an incredible challenge, and, you know, if it wasn't that, it was the weather. You know, we had 35 to 45 knots of wind, hurricanes, type of conditions, 4 to 8 meter waves, where I was getting semi-inverted in the middle of the night and thinking the craft was going to disintegrate around me. So yeah, a couple of challenges that I was having to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But you know.
How do you deal with those challenges? I mean, how do you, like, mentally? I mean, without, like, I think a lot of people would literally just freak out and don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're right, and it is all about mentally staying strong and just keeping focused on what's in front of you and just focusing on getting through the next hour, the next you know, day, the next night, and then not focusing on that end goal of, like, you know, 90 days ahead. Just focus on what's in front of you, just getting through one day at a time. One stroke at a time. You know, I did 2.5 million strokes, and every single stroke I'd get up and I'd stand up and take a stroke, and I knew that I was paddling a smile across some little kid's face and putting a lunchbox on their face, and that's power right there, and that's the passion and purpose that drives me across and got me across the Atlantic Ocean.
It takes the saying, take life one step at a time to a whole new meaning. It's absolutely incredible. Physically, dude, how did you manage? Because, I mean, is there anything that can prepare you for a journey like this?
No, there's a simple answer to that.
Yeah.
And you know, I trained for 6 to 8 months, but there was nothing that was going to prepare me for that journey. I was doing the equivalent of a full Ironman every single day for 93 days straight, but then still having to endure all the elements and everything else at night while preparing my food, hydration, nutrition, navigation, and everything else. And you know, I had to actually get my body to operate on 5.3 litres of water a day instead of 15 litres a day because I didn't have the power to be able to make enough water. So it's amazing what you can train your body to do if you're mentally strong, you've got the right attitude, and you persevere and you never give up.
Yeah, dude, we are once again just glad you are back in one piece. It sounds absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for the work that you've been doing and for the good that you're also spreading across our country. Really appreciate that. And we are looking forward to your next one, man. Is there a next one?
There's always the next one. That's in 2020-21, and that'll be around the world, and hopefully that'll change the lives of 300 million kids. And just goes to show that if you dream it and you believe it, you can achieve anything.
If you dream it, you can believe it, and you can achieve anything. I love it. We're going to get you back on this couch before that journey, man. But all the best for the journey now ahead, and just prepping for that and just coming off this adventure that you've had. Chris Bertish here in your studio, just completed an epic journey of 7,500 kilometers unassisted on a paddleboard across the Atlantic. Mental.